Okay, we're back with Jeremy, the CEO and co-founder of AugxLabs. He is going to be showing me a preview or a demo of what their product Augie does. And you got some questions to ask me, I think, Jeremy. What did you want to ask?
Well, we're going to dive right into it. And so first, we're going to set ourselves up. So we have a product feature called Storyteller. This is not our core feature, right? This is something that we built because it pushes boundaries, it gets people thinking, and it's actually a really fun way to make stories come to life. It's actually a bit of a like a parent kid bedtime storytelling kind of thing. So I need to so we're going to stack the deck a little bit. Do you have a childhood nickname?
I do. I have a lot of them. And one that comes to mind is Meech.
Meech. All right, we'll work with Meech because Meech, I'll be honest, I need to think of things that AI voices are going to pronounce correctly just for this particular demo. So Meech will work just great. And I need to know like one or two hobbies that's something you're into.
I love calligraphy, so the art of writing.
All right. Meech, calligraphy, writing. All right. What I'm doing is using our Storyteller feature. I'm writing up a little prompt that's basically describing Meech and describing that he likes calligraphy. And I'm going to pick a voice and pick a style. And I'm just going to hit go. All right. That's going to take about 10 minutes to generate. So by the time we're actually watching that, I'm just going to say transparently, we will probably have cut for time. So, but in all honesty, it takes about 10 minutes. That said, let's jump into core Augie, shall we?
For anyone that did not listen to the episode where we interviewed Jeremy about his inspiration behind creating Augie, I would recommend going and checking that out. We'll leave a link to that episode in the description if you want to get Jeremy's story and the inspiration behind Augie and AugxLabs. But now we're in Augie. I see create your Augie.
All right. So again, for those who didn't take the time to listen, I agree. You should give it a listen. But in a nutshell, what I want you to know is you can start with anything you have. A lot of our users start with a webcam recording, like what you're seeing right now, where they want to do their own, like John Oliver, like picture-in-picture kind of effect, right? By the way, if you're not sure why you would want to do that, we've seen studies now that a webcam recording with picture-in-picture will have about a 30% higher engagement rate on YouTube. I don't have stats for the same on TikTok at this point, but basically we're already seeing that kind of the algorithms are starting to downrank content that has less production quality. So little pro tip, add a split screen, add a picture-in-picture, add some on-screen effects of some kind. Again, something we hope that you find Augie easy to do, but if not, use whatever tool you have to make sure you add that to your video. Anyhow, if you don't have a video, but you have a narration, you've already recorded, welcome to my product, etc., you can upload that. If you have a script, but you haven't voiced it yet, you can upload your script. But what we're going to start today is from absolute scratch. And we call this our Augie script writer. And the idea is to help teach you. We try to teach you how to fish. So by that, if 70% of people in business have never made a video today, we need you to know not all videos are exactly the same. So this goal of the video, I'm going to switch it to thought leadership. I'm seeing on the screen share, it doesn't show all of them. There's about a dozen different kinds of things. If I want to create an ad, it's different. And we're trying to, again, help people understand what we're all about and what video marketing is all about. So I'm going to target, the Zoomers in a lighthearted way. Now, on the podcast, I kept talking about a fictional Jeremy's Taco Shop. So what we're going to do right now is actually make an ad for fictional Jeremy's Taco Shop, which doesn't exist. So an ad for Jeremy's Taco Shop with our weekly specials for anyone in downtown White Plains. There we go. So this is our prompt. You can write anything you want here. You can make a story. You can do an ad like you're seeing here. But let's see how we did. And our AI, we use ChatGPT technology for this. You can edit and tweak this to your heart's content. You can come on in and, like, if I don't like this opener, I can just delete it if I want. I actually didn't. I'll just keep it if that was pretty good. Although I'm not convinced that this directive to say ole will work properly, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Now, as I said before, I could record this. So if it's my business, I could go, step right up, taco enthusiasts, feast your eyes, etc. I don't love the sound of my voice. I know many others don't. So we've also have AI voices, which includes voice cloning. We try to let you figure out which voice you want. We have a few other filters coming soon, but here's some examples.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I'll be the voice of your Augie today.
Hi, I'm Amritanshu, and I'll be the voice of your Augie today.
Hi, I'm Amy, and I'll be the voice of your Augie today.
So you can pick whoever you like. You know what? I actually like Amy. Let's just go with her.
Yeah, I like Damie too. That's funny.
And right now, if you want to clone your voice, by the way, you have to record it. We don't let you upload voices. We've been trying to figure out the right line of making sure that the users who use our product do so with their own identity. It's going to be an interesting challenge in the years to come. So we are doing our best to be on the right side of that. We're always open to feedback and ideas from the community. Meanwhile, though, we can now pick where we're going to put this ad. Is this for TikTok? Is this for YouTube? I can change this later. I can do both. And then lastly, I'm going to select to use stock content from Getty. If I was doing an internal, funny video and I want memes in it, I can do that. But if I want a video that I might be using for commercial purposes, all of the content in this purple section comes with commercial license included. So if you want a video that's going to be a paid ad on TikTok, on Meta, wherever you're going to put it, we include commercial rights. Basically everything other than television itself.
That's so important.
What's happening right now is the Augie's being made. Here's how it works. We listen to every word spoken using AI. We build a transcript down to the millisecond level accuracy so we know when every word was spoken. We then look at the cadence of the speaker's voice to detect natural pause points. I'm doing that on purpose. And we use that to build our storyboard. It's actually doing it right now. You can see it's breaking text into shots. So it's figuring out the slots. Then the last thing it does is look at what's written in each one, use AI to summarize that, pass that summary off to Getty Images, and go find a match. Hopefully, our first draft will have some high correlation between the words I was saying and the visuals to represent it. But here we go. We've got our ad. It's even given itself a clever name, Jeremy's Taco Shop, the Flavor Fiesta and White Plains. We show our users what we call the rough cut report. This is, again, to reinforce this is not final, right? This is not perfect. But we've saved you a lot of time, and we're going to estimate for you how much more work you might have to do to get this video into final shape. So let's go and take a look. Now, what I'm going to do is take a preview before I do anything else. Now, what you can see here, let me actually just introduce our UI really quick. This is our editing section. So all of the edits or changes I might want to make. So as you can see, I have suggested other content for this slot as we go. Down here, we have our entire storyboard, and you can see what words are being said for each section of the storyboard. And over here is a preview window. If I want to check out where the transcript lies, so you can see here, step right up, taco enthusiasts, right? So let's listen to that really quick.
Step right up, taco enthusiasts. Feast.
So what I actually want to do is I want to have step right up, taco enthusiasts stay on that first cell. So all I have to do is drag and drop this little cursor over the words. And now let's see the difference.
Step right up, taco enthusiasts. Feast your eyes on the...
So it's super, super easy to change how your storyboard is actually laid out. And you don't have to know drag and droppy things or confusing multi-layered things. You want a new section, just pause your mouse, hit that plus button. There's Feast Your Eyes. Now it has its own new slot. Feast Your Eyes starts empty. Let's go to Select Media. It's got Feast in here, which is cool, but that's a little, I don't think it meant literally feast your eyes, right? So, but maybe I want to have eyes, for example, right? So now we can see what I did in that first second here. Now we're going to make this way better in 2 seconds here, but I want to just show you how easy it is to do stuff.
Step right up, taco enthusiasts. Feast your eyes on the mouth-watering goodness of Jeremy's Taco Shop.
Okay, I'm not going to go too much further right away because what we can tell is it's not got the right match. I don't know what is going on here with these chicken wings, right? You could see the AI passed in the whole filter and is trying to do something. And basically, we always try to give you something. What we've learned in our product is something as a starting point is like 1,000,000,000% better than a blank canvas, right? If I were to tell you, whoever's watching this, hey, how should your ad start? Right? Like, oh, I don't know. Should it be like an overhead shot? Should I zoom in? Do I want to show my product? Do I want to show my logo? I don't know. But all I know is I want to show tacos. That much I do know. Let's look at some of the sample content. This looks pretty good. But you know what? Actually, this whole thing, just like this candle thing, this doesn't work for me either. So I'm going to write excited tacos. And what I'm hoping to find is something like one of these on Getty or elsewhere, right? You can see I'm using premium clips from Getty. We actually also have a larger library of stock clips as well. So if I want to see, there's some excited people. They don't have tacos, but I like them. I'm going to put them in anyway. And so I can keep adjusting my search as I want. I'll just go back to premium for the rest of this. The other thing is I really felt like this whole 3-slot thing was just too much. So I'm going to simplify this back down to 1. We'll just do that little thing. Now we're going to go and finish fixing up our video. So let's take another listen.
Step right up, taco enthusiasts. Feast your eyes on the mouth-watering goodness of Jeremy's Taco Shop.
Now I'm going to go to White Plains, New York. And sure enough, this is what White Plains looks like, y'all. But I'll do this one. Actually, that's a better shot. And then now I'm going to go back to, it's already got some suggestions for me. So what you can see happening here is our product is designed to always, let's go with eating tacos, always get you something to go with. So this person looks happy, and I can now finish up the video if I want to.
Hungry in downtown White Plains, NY? Dive into our sizzling weekly specials that will make your taste buds do the salsa. From zesty street tacos.
Right, and so now I'm going to come in here. I'm going to say, well, let's go into objects and say weekly specials, right? And, I'm going to make this deliberately like a cheesy kind of, like I'm going to go over the top on just trying to make something really kind of goofy and fun. Let's give this a big bright color, make it big and a really obnoxious pink border, and bigger. And let's have it float up, and then let's have it spin out of here. And then while we're at it, let's find some good music for the background. There's over 6,000 tracks to choose from. We're adding a search shortly, so it won't be just quite this long mess of stuff. But, I know we have everything from dance to hip hop to country to Latin. I mean, every genre that you can imagine, we have some in here. I'll just grab this one. Let's turn on closed captioning because we need that in the modern TikTok world. We have a bunch of kind of effects. One of my favorites is one called Keywords, where it tries to interpret the most important words of the slot. So I'm not going to perfectly finish this video. Your viewers are going to get bored if I keep going too much further. But look, I spent like 1.5 minutes making edits. Let's see what the difference is.
Step right up, taco enthusiasts. Feast your eyes on the mouth-watering goodness of Jeremy's Taco Shop, your one-stop fiesta destination for authentic flavors and unbeatable deals. Hungry in downtown White Plains, NY? Dive into our sizzling weekly specials that will make your taste buds do the salsa. From zesty street tacos to loaded nachos, we've got your cravings covered. Treat yourself to a flavor fiesta because at Jeremy's, every bite is a spicy celebration. Swing by today and...
So that's the core of what we do.
I love the salsa, people doing the salsa. And that's how it was interpreted, which is very funny. It's a nice one.
The one last thing, by the way, I did want to show, if I wanted, this is my library. These are things I've been uploading into Augie over time. And part of what we can actually do in whatever the user uploads also includes the ability to search content. So I don't think there's any tacos in this video. I'm going to completely change my topical area for just a moment here. This is an 8-minute long clip of B-roll I uploaded. You can see it's all sorts of different athletics. This is me doing text-based natural language search on my upload. So if I was really trying to get a video where I had recorded clips of our taco making restaurant, obviously there aren't any here, I would have been able to incorporate from my own archive. So it really isn't meant to be all stock, but to be whatever it is that the user wants to include. right? I'll go back to something better than me because nobody wants me. And there's now let's go back to white plains. There we go. So that's Augie in a quick nutshell. As I said before, you can obviously realign all your things. And that's what our product does.
So I like the ability of being able to drag in some of my own stuff and then augmenting it with some of your stuff in some of the stock photo. That seems really cool. And then if I have hours and hours of footage, being able to quickly search through that with the image search also sounds very appealing.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait for you to try it.
Totally. So did you have something with Meech, or was that just a teaser?
In my one more thing here, if you might have noticed, we've got the Meech video. So again, we've got a Storyteller report. We are letting you know, by the way, the technology for this, it's still not actually commercially licensed. So it's all for kind of experimentation and personal storytelling. So let's see what we've got. So I will tell you the style I ended up picking was actually anime because I thought you seemed like you had fun with cartoons. I thought that would be a fun little surprise. So let's take a look at what we've got.
In a world where creativity flows like a gentle stream, there's Meech, a soul with hair dancing like autumn leaves, skin kissed by the sun's embrace, and eyes reflecting the warmth of a cozy fireplace. Passion pulses in his veins, guiding his hand as it weaves tales with ink and whispers stories onto parchment. Calligraphy becomes his enchanted dance, swirling letters painting symphonies on blank canvases. Through his art, he unveils emotions words struggle to convey, inviting you to glimpse the universe hidden within each stroke. Embrace his artistry, for in it, you may find your own untold narrative waiting to unfold.
I got to do this with my daughter. That is incredible.
Thank you. And what you can see here is what we've done is we do a lot of prompt crafting to generate each slot. But what will happen, I want to be honest, as you experiment with it, for some, it hallucinates. Like all that you've heard about that, we do it too. And it's very, very challenging. We're working on this. Every week we get better. But for some reason, the story has decided there's a woman also. I don't know where the woman came from in our narrative. I was listening. I didn't hear a reference to it. So I might come into the prompt here, right? Like I might close up of the person staring at a wall of calligraphy, for example. And now I can just go off and regenerate that, right? And so I can go to each of them, if I felt like, there was one in particular, this one, I knew it, where for some reason it lost the actually, it doesn't say woman or anything, but it lost the notion of who you might have been. So I'm just going to not change the prompt. I'm just going to hit generate again. The other funky thing that people have been starting to do with Storyteller, by the way, is change genres mid-video. So we started with some anime, but if we want to put in a claymation slot, we can just hit go off and do that too. This does take a couple minutes to do the full generation. I'll send you the final video when it's done. But to give an idea, I believe I have a couple here that we actually put the time into finish or to get a little further. This is, I believe the prompt was geckos surfing lava on Mars or something like that. And here the style is what's called fairy tale, I guess. So here's another example.
In the fiery heart of Mars, a mesmerizing sight unfolds. Geckos, with their tiny grips and vibrant scales, ride the molten waves with grace and daring. The red lava, a sea of raw power, becomes their playground.
And you could see sometimes, I actually was changing this for someone. You could see sometimes the prompt doesn't come together properly and needs to be reworked. But I know I have one last one in here that came out really nicely. Oh, our sloth. So this is the claymation style.
In a world where speed no longer reigns supreme, a new era dawns. A kingdom once ruled by hustle and bustle now finds itself under the charmingly slow sway of the sloths. With meticulous precision and unhurried grace, they navigate a world once dominated by haste.
So the prompt was a claymation style where sloths take over rule the world, or something like that.
The narration on that one is top notch. I love that. That is so good.
So that's the core of Augie. We probably have a dozen or two more features that I didn't go into depth on. But I think if you wanted to get a sense of what we do in the role we play, if you've got a business and you want to try promoting it through the amazing channel that is video, hopefully Augie can help get you on your way.
100%. Well, thank you for doing this, Jeremy. I appreciate you giving me my own story. I'm going to go and do it for my daughter tonight, probably. And for anybody out there that has not listened to the actual episode where we talk about the inspiration that Jeremy had to create Augie, I highly recommend you go and do that. And until next time, talk to you later, Jeremy.
Good to see you.